one after these messages.
Do you need LARP in your life? Because, oh boy, can I sell you LARP? In the upcoming year, I would suggest that you check out Rogue Events. They have some smaller LARPs, such as Murder on the 1016, all the way up to their flagship, dope as heck, wizard school LARP known as Bothwell School of Witchcraft.
Yeah.
And you could even see the cast of Blunders and Bothwellians at that school itself. So,
For no extra cost, we will be there to make your dreams come true.
Autograph available.
But wait, there's more.
No,
More,
there's more. Someone think of something more, quick.
Not just one member, not just two members.
Personal signings from Nibble No.
Yes. They may contain gnome spit.
Oh yes, signed copy of any erotica book of your choosing that Apricity has written over the course of this campaign.
My god. Can you imagine getting an Apricity written book signed by Nibble the Gnome?
Yes!
I want that.
I think you'll find you mean starring Nibble the Gnome.
Oh god, now that's X-rated.
That fanfiction writes myself.
Oh, beautiful.
Love it.
I'm going to start writing actual infomercials.
Please do, I think it would be great.
I would love
it. Well, on Critical Role, they have, like, Loot Crate and stuff, and Sam Riegel, like, it's really, really funny when he does the Loot Crate adverts.
He does them so well.
Yeah.
I could be budget Sam Riegel.
Be better than Emmy Award-winning Sam Riegel.
But yeah, you could, like...
Yeah. I'll give you a week. Come back. So sorry. Meantime, Vitheritas was being philosophical. Sorry, carry on. we derailed that a little bit, but carry on, Vitheritas. Sorry, in your shining moment.
He's had his moment of wisdom
for the year.
Ragnar's going to think on that comment, and he's just going to be like, I suppose. When I did, yeah. Well, I mean, they are a part of Risha. Like, I can't actively murder them. That'd be, well I clearly can't. They're much powerfuler than me.
You can't, but we can solve that for you. Just not today.
Ragnar leans forward, sipping from his bottle, and he's just like, I'm listening.
Well, we're practically gods. We just have to fight the claim, and then we'll murder them.
Vitheritas is just going to walk slightly behind Varic and clip him back in the ear for that.
Ragnar's just going to start thinking to himself, just basically gods.
No, they are not.
You are a duck.
If we're basically gods, then surely we should. Oh, sorry, what was that?
I said you are a duck. Do not become a goldfish. Carry on.
Damn it! I was going to make a joke like that.
Too late, motherfucker. Sorry, the DM is very tired. Carry on.
Ragnar's going to ponder and be like, but if we're basically gods, how come they can murder us so easily? I see.
At this point, Hannibal is just gonna shake her head and start removing some of the alcohol on the table.
You know how babies just like reach out for like grabby hands? Ragnar's doing that to the alcohol that she's taking.
Yeah.
Do you want me to turn you back into a duck?
Fuck you. And he's gonna just snatch a bottle and just start glowing.
Annabelle will snap her fingers and turn the alcohol into water.
Can I press
Ragnar's gonna still just keep drinking.
Can I press the digitation so that it tastes like vodka or something?
Sure.
You're welcome.
Ragnar's not a fan of the taste of vodka. He still drinks it.
Staring daggers at Hannibal the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Duck, goose, and some feathers will appear in his hair.
Ragnar's gonna just stick his tongue out at her and just be like, I apologize, I'm being rather rude, Lady Hannibal.
You are. I can turn your mouth into a beak if you want.
No, thank you. That will not be necessary. I'll make an apology when I'm sober. And when I care more. And he's going to write with one. He's going to try and write with one of the feathers that was in his hair, like it's a quill. And he's going to try and write, note to self, apologize to Hannibal. But it's a feather, so he's not going to be able to write with it.
You make a valiant
He will try
effort.
for 10 minutes.
Are you writing in the air or on paper?
On the table.
Okay. In your drunken brain, you can sort of see the words forming, but there's nothing there.
Hey, Arissa, how are you doing? You got flipped upside down with a baby in you.
She just kind of looks up from her knitting, just like, fine. And then she looks over at Hannah, just like, right.
Yes, I took most of the damage into myself.
Yeah, baby's fine.
Yeah, but how are you doing?
I mean, I'm still really confused about that thing at the lake. Not the weird bird things. The other thing.
The zombie.
What other thing? I was kind of busy doing some swimming.
That zombie thing, he seemed familiar.
Oh. What? Do you encounter zombies much? Where you from?
No, not as a zombie. I think the other me knew him.
You guys have talked about other me's before, and I'm still extremely...
I don't get all of it myself, but basically there's another Arissa out there making different choices, being someone else. And I can see some of her memories.
And do you think that she knew him?
How else can I explain how familiar he felt?
So, other Arissa is around now. So that guy was from now, or other Arissa was old. Knew him years ago.
Do you remember with Ridu's book thing?
Ridu, flying on the carpet above you all, looks down at her name and then goes back to her reading.
Didn't she say something about there being 2 snafus?
Yes, there were 2.
There was.
But we murdered one and then the other didn't know anything, so he ran.
So basically what happened to him is what happened to me and Varic.
Except
We
yours
killed one
hasn't
of you?
died. No, hers hasn't died yet. Mine did.
Oh.
That was only a bit painful.
Tell that to the other Arissa.
Yes, she seemed really hurt. I don't want to hurt any Arissas. So I promised not to die today.
That's good, Varic. Thanks for promising that. So, if there's another Arissa, are you like linked to her somehow? How come
I mean-
you remember?
I must be somehow. Otherwise, I wouldn't have these memories that aren't mine.
I find this extremely good.
But that's different than with me, because I only remembered when the old died.
You mentioned quite some time ago that the other Arissa was with people who had attacked members of my order.
Yeah.
Is that where she knows him from? That thing?
Quick fact check, DM. That was long before. Was that with needles around?
That was... Ooh, that was with needles, I think.
Needles was part of that attack.
Yes.
Okay. In which case,
Yes, because needles slam dunk.
I apologise that the timeline is a little complicated.
she probably she squints and she's like, maybe. I can't be sure. That memory is still really fuzzy to me. To be fair, most of her memories are really fuzzy.
He'll shake his head a bit and shrug. Regardless of whether he did not turn out well for him.
No, clearly not.
How... This might be my sheltered upbringing and then not particularly wanting to find out for myself. How does one become a zombie? Looks at Ragnar, kind of like, oh, shit.
Ragnar's just like, I fucking know.
I guess basically necromancy is just another type of magic.
Ragnar doesn't like necromancy. Ragnar drinks more.
With fair enough reason, defiling dead.
It's not a well thought of school of magic.
And very popular amongst those we're hunting.
What was that you said, Glyn? Sorry.
Vitheritus will mutter, and very popular. Oh.
Just to answer you, Varic, yes, you can slowly sober up due to eating more food, particularly the amount that you get through.
Good.
Just in case Sam popped out again.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the things going on.
So, why are we hunting those that we are hunting?
Well, one of the people I would like to see defeated is someone that has been working against us, and someone that, at least now more than myself, has a bone to pick with.
Is that a skeleton?
Sorry. Post in chat, motherfucking Lowry. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
And yes, Varic, you may drink plain water from the Thieves' Guild horn. That is fine.
Nice.
Vitharitus will look at Ragnar and goes, "There's an agent working for our enemies called Lowry, who, as far as I can tell, is behind the attacks on Order. And she has reanimated the corpse of my mentor and is dragging him around like a bodyguard."
That's a dick move. I say we kill her.
Yes.
If I find her, she will die, and my mentor will be put to rest and avenged.
When you say that, you feel another pulse of warm glow from your holy symbol, and you remember that Helm said to you if you swore to do such a thing, he would aid you.
Vitharitus will actually grab one of those bottles and take a drink.
Does the grabby hands.
He'll pass the rest of the bottle back to grabby hands.
Ragnar drinks. He does thank Verdi though. He's like, "Thank you," and drinks. He then also like puts on his because of how much of a mess his hair is, and with all the feathers in it, he just puts on the duck hat that was knitted for him.
Hey, the Theratus. I'm really sorry about the Lowry's. My brother. No, what her name's supposed to be.
Sorry, I've been having so many pauses I couldn't resist.
People are very drunk. It's taking them a while to think.
Vitharitus will just say, from what we've found out of Larry so far, she a curse upon this very land and leaves nothing but a trail of anguish in her wake.
Can I find her and end that? Maybe.
I've made an oath, so I'll be doing everything within my power to make it happen.
If we will help.
I won't turn down any help that's offered. She's already bested me once.
Bertie.
Oh, she did sink a ship on him.
Yeah, that's true.
Slightly dramatic.
Have you told the rest of the party that story, Rotheritas? Have you just alluded to it, or have you told them?
There were some members of the party that were on the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Arissa
nearly crashed into a whale.
Yeah.
and then did we...
Best field trip ever.
Hey guys, look, a whale! Oh shit, I touched it!
Oopsie.
Did we share the story when we were around the campfire before? I can't remember.
I think he's only really mentioned it a little bit to
Okay.
some people.
Oh.
So he hasn't actually downright said about the side trip.
Well, you can explain your hatred of Lowry if you would like.
He'll sit himself down and think for a little bit and go, some of us have already met Larry, and he'll look over to Prissy and go, you have once already, if you remember. I dashed off, and we, for want of a better word, borrowed a certain ship. And he'll, from memory, this is the exact same ship we used. Because I believe Captain Wyatt was on our adventure.
Yes.
He'll tap the ship, and we used this ship to chase down a lead I was given. There was a wanted poster I got handed that not only showed Larry, who at the time I knew very little about, but it showed my mentor, who I had not seen in a very long time. And, well, when we found the ship they're on, it was covered in zombies who attacked us. And defeating them, we found Laurie, guarded by my mentor, who had been raised from the dead and enslaved by her. And, well, long story short, she sank the ship on a gate, and we made our way back.
It was a fun time. It was a really fun road trip, guys. It was really great.
I sort of had an okay time to begin with, because they gave me some real nice stuff to drink, so I wasn't scared of water. and then there were zombies.
I enjoy that as a segue. Best D&D segue ever. And then there were zombies. Welcome back, Varic. The Theritas is recounting his adventure when he first met Lowry and the ship was sunk, and then there were zombies.
Ragnar shudders at the mention of zombies.
Okay, so hang on. We've got Varic, who can't look or be around anything that looks vaguely like a demon. We have Ragnar, who can't be around anything that vaguely looks like a zombie. And Prissy, who probably can't be around swans again. Wow.
Quack.
Oh shit. Baby swan.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, were you definitely a duck? You weren't like a cygnet or something, and we just...
Definitely a duck.
100% duck.
Do we have
Although
proof of
the-
that?
Huh?
I think there's enough proof that
I believe I have
Ragnar was a
artwork
duck.
of him somewhere that I can find for you.
Good, because otherwise we would have had to murder you and turn you into baking duck to know for sure.
Well, the creature that I because I found a piece of art for the thing that would have turned Ragnar into a duck that I sent to Rosie, and that might be more swan-like than duck-like, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
There he is. I knew I saved your art somewhere. There you go. Sending now. Baby duck. It's loading very slowly. So in the meantime, continue about yourselves, everybody. There you go. That's alright, while your sound cut out, I was just sharing a picture of the baby duck.
Oh, the baby fluffy duck.
The baby duck! Mwah.
Fluffy. It looks like it's got a happy face.
Please send me photos of ducks. Just constantly, just like...
I like this one.
If you ever think of me, duck.
He just looks so happy, you know?
About ducks, have you seen the Disneyland commercial?
Yes.
No?
Oh, it's quite cute.
There's a fucking adorable Disney advert.
Okay, someone share this to me and I'll watch it after.
It is quite cute.
I am trying to share it, but my internet decided to. Nope.
Your internet decided, nope, not today.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at that little duck. Oh, he's being petted.
His funny tongue.
Duh. We have the best.
Those get ducks. Okay, that one also gets a duck.
I want a baby duck.
I don't. They grow up, sadly.
Then you have a big duck.
That's why you kill them before they grow up.
Hmm.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
What? We do the same with our Ragnars. Oh shit, I'm not supposed to spoil that yet.
Motherfucker.
Motherquacker.
You'll find out soon enough.
Damn.
So, do we have anything we can, like, prep? Like, what's Rob like? Bertie, you know, right?
Hang on, I missed part of that.
Oh, I said, do we need to prep anything? What's Rob like?
It's been a very long time since I've been anywhere near the capital, let alone any of the major cities of Trevor. I've spent most of my life wandering the wilderness than anything else, and the only time I went anywhere near places where there used to be cities was during the war itself. And yeah, not many of those are still standing.
So, why is someone hoovering a duck?
The dog looks so happy. Okay, this is the best gift ever. A duck is lying on his back looking really contented and someone's just hoovering them clean on their tummy.
Someone do that to me, please.
Oh.
Okay, just come over to the Netherlands.
Oh, God. Oh.
Booking flight now, he says. Come to August Bothwell and we shall see.
Do they have duck onesies?
We need duck onesies now.
Probably.
I can just imagine a queue of people in duck onesies getting this done.
Well, you see, if you come to August Bothwell wearing a duck onesie.
To all the millions of listeners out there, come to Bothwell, wear a duck onesie. What could possibly go wrong?
Right.
When do we get our sponsorship referral code thing?
The code will forever be quack.
Oh yes.
Oh, a turtle duck.
A turtle duck. Oh, that's adorable.
Turtle duck.
Yeah.
Turtle ducks are fucking majestic.
If you use the code cheap ducks on us right now, then you could order yourself a turtle duck with a fresh new onesie duck to go alongside it.
Both made by Andrew.
This whole deeper and deeper the more you talk. You know.
I feel like this
Deeper and
episode
deeper
is
is just
just
how
gonna
I
be
like it.
the one of the informations. Oh my god, I love it so much. So if everybody has nothing left to discuss and learn and get depressed about, you can slowly either wind your way to your cabins and sleep, or fall asleep on the deck, as some of you may drunkenly want to do. That is fun. And you will awaken. Oh, I love the gifts of ducks. They're just amazing. You will awaken the next day, refreshed, cheerful, fairly happy. The Theratas.
Yep.
Could you please make me a Constitution save?
Will do. After I get my dice back out because I
Okay.
stupidly put
Sorry, I'm just reading all these hashtags. Hashtag sorry not sorry. Hashtag duck me now daddy. Hashtag thank me now duck me later. That's my favourite. Or hashtag duck me outside.
How about that?
How about that? I am still not 100% sure what on earth that was all about, but I don't want to know. You know, some parts of the internet I don't need to be aware of. It's a reference and it's there. It's fine.
No, that girl of the Catch Me Outside now has a contract with the makeup company. It's around millions.
Bitch.
So, yes, bitch indeed. It was how
I
much?
could do
again?
something stupid on national TV and
I think it was 4 million. It was a 5-year contract.
23 not
I
half.
hate the world. Okay. The Theratas,
Yeah.
you feel fine. But you notice that the spikes have started to grow a little bit again.
He'll scowl at them.
They shrink and go back inside. No. Although if anyone's glower could do it, it would be the Theratas. So you awaken the next day, Theratas. Yeah, you're feeling fine. They've grown a little bit. Apricity, you are feeling fine. Yours have not grown. You just got permanent, like, little black spots, just dotted across you. But you feel fine. And I don't know what this meme is of, but I love it. I absolutely love it.
I do not know either.
It's a load of ducks and I love it. So you wait the next day. You have currently got another 2 days worth of journey. Is there anything you guys would like to do as you have 2 days of journey? You can sit, you can drink, you can chat, you can train, you can any number of things you can think of, really. You can knit, etc. You have several days to do it. So is there anything you guys would wish to do?
Ooh.
I'd like. Varic would like to find a private moment to talk to Arissa.
Okay, you can do that now then. Everyone else, just have a think if you'd like to do anything or say anything in your 2 days of downtime. Sure, Varic and Arissa, go for it.
Hey. I've been thinking about what Hannah offered, about the gender and everything.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it too.
I was wondering what you wanted to do with that. Would you like to know beforehand?
I'm too distracted by this frigging gif. It's mesmerizing. Christ's sake.
It really
Look
is.
away. Look away.
It's like looking at a duck through a kaleidoscope, and there's like thousands of them.
I don't know. I'm happy either way. What about you?
Honestly, it's been a bit weird to think about it all. It's been difficult to think about it, so I guess that's how you'd feel about it as well, right? Because, well, you didn't have a choice in this either.
Yes, well, we've discussed that extensively. She glares at Hannah. But we should make the best of it.
That seems like a good idea. I think in that case, maybe we should just start like taking this for effect, and that for me would involve knowing the gender so that we can like know what to expect.
Yeah, I agree. Knowing the sex of the baby would... I mean, obviously I'm lugging it around everywhere, but I can't keep calling it it.
Yeah.
Until it's here. I feel rude.
That is a little bit rude.
So, shall we find out?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I can imagine Arissa like turning around to go call Hannah, and Hannah just is there.
She's already there.
What, do you not know privacy?
So
You called my name.
I was about to.
Technically, we didn't call you yet.
You have the intention. You have my power inside of you, and he has a contract with me. You do not need to call my name if you need me.
That's useful to know, actually.
That's good to know.
In order to find out the sex of your baby, Arissa or Varic, I don't mind who, roll me a d6, and Hannah, I will message you the result, and you can tell them.
Okay.
Just
Who
tell
wants
me,
to roll?
tell me what you roll. Roll a d6.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got a 1. Because my baby is number 1.
It's a swan.
No!
So, do you finally wish to know what your baby is?
We've talked about it, and yeah.
Very well then. She will place her hand on your belly, and it will start to glow a bit as she closes her eyes. You will feel a slight movement from the child before she takes away the hand. And she will simply turn Varric's way and point at him. And he is the same as him.
It's a boy.
Yes.
She just kind of like turns to Varic with a big old grin. It's like, it's a boy.
Cool. I can learn him to make a bow, and like I can learn him to shoot, and this is.
Even if he'd been a girl, she would have learned that.
Thank you,
Yeah, true.
Equality. Equality on both of all
I will leave you
All
to
for
your
equality.
family business. Goodbye. Poof.
And it's just like, lol, bye. I go, okay,
Useful.
well,
There must be a good lullaby gif, right?
Find one. Find one now.
That is your job. Yes.
So many. We are now spamming with lol-bye gifts.
Okay, you win.
So yeah, sorry. Hannibal lol buys to you, and you two are left with the knowledge that you have rolled. I mean that you have got a boy.
So yeah, Arissa's very, very excited.
Is Arissa going to have a baby shower?
Idea.
I mean,
There's a high probability.
any excuse for a party.
I like the way Arissa thinks.
So yeah, I can imagine everyone else is. Where is everyone else? Is they just like wandered off somewhere?
Oh, yes. What would everybody else like to be doing? This is your second day aboard. These two have gone off for a quiet moment with Hannibal.
The therapist will be studying the egg that he's.
Okay. Do me an investigation check.
I really need to stop putting the dice away.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, quiet moment. Everyone else going about their business, and they hear Arissa yelling. Happily.
Yeah,
And she'd be yelling next to Hannah, so everybody else would be like, "Oh fuck!"
yeah, that'll be a 4.
A 4. Okay. It's black, orangey bits. It looks a little cracked around the edges, but you can't notice any particular change as you handle it.
He'll just shrug and put it back into his bag and then look over the side of the ship.
Okay, and Apricity, you are training. Who are you training? Your boar.
Badass. Would it be so? I trained him to attack boar, and when I first got him, I trained him to like come and go on command.
Yeah.
If we've got a couple of days, could I train him like tell him to go and get a thing, and he can retrieve a thing?
So you'd like him to
Or is yeah, like, but like fetch a specific thing, not like fetch a stick that I've thrown.
Okay.
Because I can, so I can. I don't know if it's a thingy actually. I think one of my. Oh yeah, so as a gnome, I've got to speak with small animals, but he's obviously not a small animal.
No, he's a little bigger.
Yeah, so I wanted with like a bit of training, whether I could do like a work out a basic language with him to get him to do a bit.
Do me an animal handling check with advantage because you do know him quite well now.
Oh, I have excellent animal handling. That
Can't
I
tell
knew
if
how you
sarcastic
good
or
for
true.
everything. Right. So.
We're going to be aboard for one more day after this one, Arissa. And for the sake of argument, I'll say it is the morning. So 25, dude, Apricity. Okay, in the 2 days, you work out a language. Now, what sort of things would you like him to fetch? I'll say, but in the 2 days, you can teach him 3 specific words. He'll understand the word, if you want to use a different word, but essentially insert other word for fetch here. And then you can say another word. So, for example, fetch slippers, and he will recognise the word slippers, etc., etc. So, what 3 would you like to teach him?
Maybe fetch weapon. so that he could like try and bash someone down and then take a weapon off them.
Okay. Off enemy. Yep.
And I should probably write these down on his sheet, shouldn't I?
So I've got fetch weapon off enemy.
Yeah. Fetch friend. So like if someone was hurt, he could go and, because obviously I'm small and can't pick things up that well, but he's big and could maybe like pick up a hurt buddy.
Okay, yeah.
And maybe fetch food. Maybe I could get him to go and forage for it.
Oh, okay.
Like if we're out camping somewhere, he could like go and snuffle out some truffle-y things and fruits and berries.
Okay, I will put berries, truffles, fruits. So he's not going to sniff out other animals for you. You could teach him again if you wanted to. When you have another couple of days, you could try teaching him that. But so for now, you've got a couple of days. So over those 2 days, you have different things on deck. You get other members of the ship to help you. And you teach him fetch weapon, which means when you or he or someone else is attacking an enemy, when you point to them specifically and say fetch weapon, or whichever you want to say, whatever, how you want to phrase that is up to you, he will essentially pull whatever they have in their hand. So this may be a shield, this may be a sword, this may be a dagger, whatever they have in their hand that he, goes to first. He'll pull that out of their hand and attempt to bring it towards you. You've also got fetch friend, where you'll point to her ally and he'll try and pull them towards you. Potentially get them onto his back. If you can't do that, he'll drag them because he's quite strong.
Yeah.
And fetch food, which means he will. I put snuffle because it was cute. Snuffle berries, truffles, fruit, etc.
That's perfect.
That one shouldn't be called fetch. That should just be called snuffle. Go snuffle, go.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Okay. Marvellously. Okay. So we've had Arissa and Varic, we've had a Theratas, we've had a Prisity. So Mr. Non-Zombie Monkey, I'm loving that name, and Hannibal, you're already helping Arissa and Varic. So for now, Ragnar, is there anything you would like to do in these couple of days you've got to hang out?
First thing Ragnar's going to do, well, I say the first thing, after he has wallowed in self-pity after his hangover.
Thrown up a lot.
Oh yeah, it's he's chundered everywhere. It's an absolute mess, and he is going to, firstly, like at breakfast, he's going to apologise to everybody. He's going to be like extra nice, like more than usual, and then everyone on the ship. Probably, other than Navigne, no one is going to really see him for the next few days on the ship. He is going to be busy in his room.
Okay.
Rebranding a little bit.
Rebranding.
Yeah. He's come to terms with the fact that the council aren't necessarily the bestest of peoples. So he's going to, firstly, look at his armor that he was wearing that was a gift from the council. And he's going to look very much inspecting the damage that was done. It's like just a small crack, but that crack was enough that the beam just gatted him, killing him, and made him a zombie, and he is not happy with that. So he is going to ask Navigne for a bit of help, and he is very ceremoniously going to basically request that his past with the council and the sins that they have carried that transfer onto him since he served them, he wants it to be burned away, and he is going to see if him and Navigne can literally burn away the top few layers of his armor, literally scorching it away, leaving an ashen finish on both his breastplate and his helmet.
Oh, sorry, I was literally copying that word for word then. Carry on.
Okay. And then what he's going to do, just so that he is more just for himself, he is basically gonna decide. You know what? Fuck it. This hair that I've grown, that I have shown to represent my my willingness to be patient with people, to look for the best in people. Nah, fuck that. I'm going to do what is right for the actual people. And he is going to literally clump a bunch of it together and chop his fairly long hair off so that it's now less than shoulder height, probably shorter than that. Whereas once it was like at least halfway down his back. And he is also going to get... Yeah, literally.
Is he going to get Lavinia to burn his hair black as well? Is he going to go
no,
full
he's
emo?
Not. Unfortunately not, no. Then, yeah, he's going to fucking... When he turns up to the baby shower, with of course him and Lavinia will have also had some fun to celebrate Ragnar now being more. Ragnar is definitely going to want to see a blacksmith as well to make his armor just a few details that he can't do.
Okay.
But he is definitely going to just appear at the baby shower with his new do. And with Navinia, obviously. Navinia made a man out of Ragnar.
Okay. Arissa, you don't need to be too sad that you didn't get to help. It was clearly an emotional makeover as opposed to a happy one. But you can potentially get him drunk and just, tidy up the edges a little bit later.
Oh yeah, the hair looks garbage.
It's like wonky, it's like hacked. That is that is not good hair.
But it always did
Not
that
on
on him.
fleek at all.
I can imagine her just seeing Ragnar and just being like, Ragnar, you look good.
You sound unsure, my lady.
As she said. Can we just sort the end out a little bit? Just a little bit.
Is it wonky? And Ragnar's just going to point to basically a strand of hair that he's completely missed, but it's still all the way down his back.
And she's just like, it's not unfixable. Just sit down.
I will let you have your way with my hair then. In that case, he's going to sit down and very gladly let Arissa fix him.
Okay. So now this recording is coming to an end. So I actually think a baby shower might be quite a nice place to pick up next week with Ragnar and his new do, and everyone in a very happy mood, so that when everything else goes pear-shaped, you can have started on a happy note. Arissa is in a dresser mood. Going anywhere nice for your holidays? I love Arissa. Yes, you can say something, Arissa.
So noticing that Ragnar has quite drunk, and then kind of shared his story, and then gone through a dramatic change. All the time that Fristi's not been training Byraz, she'll have just been carving wood with her little wood carver tool, just quietly working away. And she waits for a quiet moment, approaches Ragnar, takes his hand, and just presses into the centre of his hand a little wooden shield. It just fits perfectly into his hand. And on the shield is Carnoid Clip's emblem. So it's like a miniature little wooden version. A duck-sized shield, yes! Like a little version of the Veritas's shield, but carved out of wood and wood-coloured. And just presses his hand and just says, "Glad we have you."
Right. Ragnar's going to hold, take Apristi's hand and just be like, "Thank you very much, Lady Apristi. I'm honoured that you think of me so dearly." And he's gonna fucking hug her. Come on. Ragnar's a soppy bastard.
No hugs, no hugs.
Anyone else who wants to pile onto the group hug me, do so.
Yep.
Okay, now that is where we'll leave it, because that's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to turn it off, so anyone who wants to shout Tatty Bear to the recording.
Tatty Bear.
Tatty Bear. Quack.